Hello again, sports fans, and welcome to the chat. Alongside Corey Smith, I'm Jeff Cook, and Corey has lined up some very special guests for tonight. Will you be kind enough to introduce them?
I'll let you kind of take the spotlight there.
All right, Coach, why don't you introduce your players?
All right, to my immediate left is Izzy Seitz, and next to her is Macon McIncherry.
Okay, and you just completed your season. Make a senior.
Yep.
Where's the next stop for you?
Well, basketball is kind of like over for me, I think, but I'm going to college. I don't know where yet, and probably going to major in biology. So I guess we'll see.
Okay, and Izzy, sophomore.
Yeah.
A lot more playing time than as a freshman, and had some big games. Talk about your growth throughout the season and what you learned.
I've definitely learned to be stronger with the ball and just to shoot when I'm open.
Yeah, the game has evolved so much. The three-point shooting, I saw something on the NBA and just how people used to hit 2 or 3 a game, and now it's 40 or 50. But even at the high school level, the three-point game has revolutionized basketball. Coach, I'll let you reflect on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I let them shoot the ball from three a lot. I mean, our efficiency, last year we actually we scored more points per shot from three than we did from two. We weren't super efficient from inside the line. And so kind of last year we had to shoot more. And this year we actually had better shooters. Izzy came up and played. She didn't play with us last year. I mean, she ended up the year being our top percentage three-point shooter. Mako was our top percentage shooter from two. So, you know, we still became better shooters and still were more efficient from three. So we kept shooting threes. And, you know, the first game where Izzy had a big game, we were pressing and playing fast, but we weren't trying to play fast. That was just kind of the matchup at that time. But about halfway through the season, we made a big change where we decided we're just going to play as fast as we possibly can. And so then you got to see senior night where Maka had a huge game. And, I mean, our goal was to shoot the ball 80 times and shoot 40 threes.
Yeah, and you have 5 or 6 girls who can hit the three.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not many. I mean, that's the way the game has evolved. Shaq shot 13 threes in his whole career, made 1. You know, so the game has definitely changed. And Maka, I think she really filled up the stat sheet that night. We're going to have some highlights, a chance to relive some of the moments. Being player of the game might not have changed your lives, but we appreciate putting the spotlight on you. And every game we have a different player of the game. And thanks for being with us here tonight. Do you have some highlights? Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we can show them.
Okay, so Mika, how long have you been playing basketball?
For like 9 years, since 3rd grade. And yeah, I mean, middle school, I started playing AAU, like travel basketball. And that was like kind of when I started growing. Like that's when basketball kind of started growing for me, and like I started caring more and like being more involved. So.
Yeah. Very aggressive. She's a ball hawk on defense, and yeah, really kind of sets the tone for your team. So great season and career, and we wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you.
Izzy, how about you? AAU as well? No.
Yeah, but I might.
Okay. So, how have you seen Izzy's game progress from year 1 to year 2 as being her teammate?
She's definitely grown a lot, and it's really obvious, like to anyone who's watched her since her freshman year. I mean, her three-point shot is like, she doesn't miss, honestly.
Yeah, I think the game where you were our player of the game, she came in and hit her first 3. Yeah, it was.
So we got
Page not found.
some of the highlights here.
All right.
So let's see here. Let's get back here.
What, no audio?
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, There's Izzy in the corner. She liked that corner.
Not sure what's. Oh, here, that's.
There it is. There it,
Here we go.
what a shot. You get a nice view, too.
Is he with the steal?
Steal,
Great
yeah.
bounce pass for the assist.
And then this is the second game here.
Steal. That just meant it rolled on the rim. And hits the three.
Right at the buzzer at the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
That was a deep one.
Oh, tried for that.
Didn't you have like 9 offensive rebounds that game?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How did you just get
So that was
Steal.
Izzy gets a steal.
That was the highlights there. But yeah, I definitely saw the difference. Well, let me see here. I definitely saw the difference with the fast pace of from the beginning of the season to the ending of the season there. Just the
So, I mean, I guess, Coach, that's the challenge, adapting your style to the personnel that you have as you go from year to year.
Well, in this case, we adapted from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. I mean, we had injuries. Mako was out. Maddie Delaney was out. 2 of our top players in the middle of the season, and till they came back, like we were struggling to score in the second halves, like fourth quarters. We went on a run there where we lost a game in overtime, where we scored 2 points in overtime. Then we had the following game. I think we scored 7 points in the second half, and then 5 points in the next second half of the next game, and we were in all those games. And so, I'm like, and I think the one game Maka had come back, and I played her the entire game. And we're just, it's hard to shoot well when you're tired. And so I said, well, I got to get them more of a break. And this is a style that I want to move to anyway. And so, and when they were gone, it allowed other players to come up and play well.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
Needs a little depth to play that style.
right. And so we had a freshman that played well. We had some other sophomores that came in that played well. Because I always kick myself a little bit, like, man, I wish maybe I should have played this earlier, but I didn't have trust in the younger players at that point in time. And with the injuries, which always are tough, it allowed opportunities. So I'm like, all right, well, let's give it a try. And the interesting thing is that our turnovers actually went down. We went from shooting the ball 30 to 40 times a game to 60 to 80 times a game, and our turnovers stayed about the same or were lower. And so, clearly it was a good thing. We started scoring a lot more points. And we were in some games that, we wouldn't have been had we slowed it down against some really good
Yeah,
teams.
and you had some balanced scoring. I mean, it was 3 or 4 different people could put the ball in the basket. So that's nice as your team developed throughout the year. So we don't have any more highlights?
that was the one
Lot-
that I pulled there.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are you ladies students of the game? Do you watch a lot of basketball, or you do? What do you, college?
Yeah,
Men and women?
mainly women.
Mainly women?
Yeah, I mean, I
Paige
probably
Beckers?
watch- yeah, I probably watch less than Izzy, but I
Probably.
still like UConn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son went to UConn, so we're big UConn fans. Coach Oriema, quite a career he's had, but so, I mean, now with NIL, these ladies they're making more in college than they would in the WNBA. So I don't know. That's just a comment.
It's a different era, that we're in.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
such there. How's the team look going into 2025, 2026? With the freshmen and then the seniors that are leaving.
Yeah, well, we don't have any juniors this year, so next year we'll have no seniors. So it's going to be a really young team. you know, we're going to continue to play fast, and we have a pretty fast team coming up, and our freshman class is pretty fast. So, you know, I think we're going to be better in terms of this speed and playing that style, but we're lacking the experience, and we're lacking senior leadership, which is always important. So we'll see. I mean, the cool thing is we're going to have the same team basically for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So you can really build from year to year, and it's instead of a 1-year vision where typically you're trying to make sure the seniors have a great year and that they have the opportunities. We have a 2-year group of seniors, which is he's going to lead, and so that's fun for me as a coach because we can do a whole lot more.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that. There's a group of some of the sophomores. We all got together last night, did some work, and they're excited. And you know, they want to get better and they want to improve, and it's always fun to coach players that want to do that. So
That's right. Yeah, who want to practice and want to get better. So, well, just going around the league or around the area rather, teams that are still in it with DeLone Catholic Squirettes. They're still in it, aren't they? They're in states, I guess. Basketball-wise,
Biglerville.
the Biggerville girls are still in it. Who do they play?
I think they have Peckway, or are they going to Ole?
Okay.
I think they might be going to Ole.
I think,
All right.
yeah.
So that's Lancaster County.
Oh, that's tonight, isn't it? It's Tuesday. Yeah. So
Yeah, I covered them for the paper when they played Anvil Cleona. So I mean, they have a nice squad, and they again they have 3 or 4 girls who can light it up on any given night. So we wish them the best. The boys, any boys teams still in it?
I always jokingly say that there is no boys basketball to me.
Yeah.
So I don't pay too much attention, but we can talk about the girls' side all day.
Well, I coached women's rugby for 10 years, and so yeah, they're better team players. They listen better, and I said, you know what, you're smarter than guys, but you already knew that. And after I said that, they kind of gave me a shot. But
I think they're tougher too.
yeah, and of course we did this thing, hottest seat in sports and shining stars, and I'd have to say there's some wrestlers who are shining stars. We did a piece on Montana DeLauder we taped it last night, but she is having great success in the women's wrestling ranks. Levi Haynes from Penn State, I mean, what a program they have. It looks like they're going to win another national championship. So we got plenty of shining stars. What do you got, Corey? Anybody?
I got the Minnesota Timberwolves, coming back from a 25-point deficit to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. They won in overtime, 131-28. So that was my shining star. The hot seat, you might agree with this one. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia 76ers, 1-9 in the month of February, and their chances of making the playoffs are very bleak. So that's where I went with the hot
You mean I
seat.
shouldn't trust the process?
I think the process might be in the shredder. With
Can't
how
argue
things are
with you
going there.
Yeah. So Eagles signed one of their defensive linemen, Williams, or
Something like, it'll be official in about
4-year
2
contract.
3
Yeah,
weeks.
I saw it on my phone, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily believe it, but we could be having a heckler. Does anybody know you're on tonight?
I gave
Yeah,
him a
we
number.
gave out the number.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
well.
right, good. I played pickup basketball with your dad, by the way, Izzy, many times at Gettysburg College, noon ball.
You told me.
Game. The banks were open every day of the week for Mr.
Yeah.
Seitz. So.
Yeah.
I saw
Well,
him shoot last night.
it could be just somebody needs a loaf of bread or something. I don't know, but might not be for us to call. So go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, are you into any other sports, or is basketball the only primarily sport that you play in high school?
I play field hockey, but basketball was my main sport.
Now, do you see any cross, with field hockey that helps you with basketball, or basketball that helps you with field hockey?
Definitely the running in field hockey really keeps me in shape so I can keep going up and down the court. So
Well, yeah, I was interested in doing track this year, but now that I got my foot surgery, I'm not. But it's okay.
Well, Maggie used to play tennis, which I kind of attribute the anticipation piece of her game and why she's able to get so many steals, so many offensive rebounds, to possibly, that because, if we line her up, she's not going to be the fastest one on the court, but she sure gets a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of steals. And I mean, I'd laugh. Sometimes she overruns. She anticipates so well, she gets there before the ball does.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about rebounding. Like Charles Barkley, you wouldn't think he'd be a great rebounder from back in the day, but some people just have a nose for the ball, so that's make his game. Well, now you can play sandlot basketball, pick up basketball. You
Yeah.
know.
Once you're recovered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like we got a caller.
Caller, okay, let's go to the phone line. Welcome to Sports Chat. Hello.
Hello, Cook.
Are you watching? This gentleman calls us quite often. You didn't think I'd be the first one to have a heckler. Are you calling to tell us you've done your homework, young fellow?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, can you see we have guests on here tonight? We're trying to be very serious. Do you have any? Okay, all right.
I can't see you.
Do you want to talk about Williams Grove? How many days it is till the Williams Grove car races start?
Well, I wouldn't tell you the results from Lincoln Speedway, though. I wouldn't tell you that much.
Okay, why don't you give us that?
Okay.
It's not going.
Are you writing this down?
In no particular order.
Okay, that's what we like. Okay.
Okay, number 2 is your very own Danny Dietrich.
Danny Dietrich of Gettysburg, correct? Go ahead.
That's number 2.
2, okay.
Number 4. Brett Marks.
You getting this?
I think I got Brett.
What
so.
week show is this anyway? 870?
71 or
871?
872?
Okay. We've had 871 of these sports chats, so we keep track. Go ahead.
Number 3. Troy Walterman.
Okay. Only 2 numbers left on the board.
I'm going to guess it's probably
What
5.
number 1? What's your number 2 one?
Well, if you give us 1, then 5 will be in its correct place.
Okay. How about if I give you number 1?
Okay.
And number 1 is Chase Dietz.
I think you
Chase
said Chase.
Dietz. Okay. And number 5?
That covers your top 4
All right.
at Lincoln Speedway for this week. And we will be back in action this Saturday.
Very good. All right. Well, this is Robert. He calls on a regular basis. He's a Broncos fan. Baseball.
And car driver?
Yeah, you are?
No.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think so.
I'm just a part of a crew member.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for our guests? They're basketball players and a coach, and they just completed a very satisfying season. Maybe not totally in terms of wins and losses, but in terms of growth as a team, personal growth. Coach B, I'll let you speak to that.
Well, I want to ask a question, though.
Go ahead.
Are you guys going to do trivia tonight, too?
Yes, we are, 7 o'clock, live.
What about your guests, though?
We'll have some guests.
I'll be on, and yeah.
Corey will be on. Regular cast of characters, as far as I know. So.
And how'd you like the name that I picked for myself last week?
Yeah, I remember. I thinking that was you, but What, last week we just taped it, we
Yeah, it was
weren't live?
pre-recorded there
Yeah.
last week.
So, I know people they needed to watch a rerun, they needed their fix, so, anyway. You can play along communitymedia.net and you'll see a QR code. Is that the easiest way to log on, play on your phone? It takes 25 minutes. So you can get worldwide bragging rights for a week. That's about it.
Hey, Corey?
Yes.
Hey, Corey?
Yes.
And my name this week will be drink related.
I'm going to guess Mountain Dew. That's my guess, but I will probably be wrong.
Well, we can't wait to figure it out. It'll be very exciting. We'll really be looking forward to that. The unveiling. So if we do,
It'd be like,
yeah, we'll say this is really Robert. Pickletown Robert. Wasn't that your original moniker? Pickletown Robert? He's from
Pickletown Robert,
Dillsburg,
yeah.
so they call it Pickletown. So we cover a wide area on cable, but worldwide on our station. Well, listen, sir, thank you so much for calling. We have a lot of business to take care of with our guests here, so a lot to cover. Thank you.
well, you know how much I love to talk to you.
Well, we appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much for sharing yourself with a viewing public.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right.
Talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Anybody else wants to give us a call? 717-334-3000. So, do you watch college men's basketball at all? Anybody?
Definitely not really.
I went to Duke. Cooper Flag.
Oh, I watch him.
Yeah, Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Number 2 in the nation right now.
I know, from
Yeah.
Maine of all places. I mean, you wouldn't think Maine would have all these basketball players coming out of there, but Lumberjacks maybe or whatever. But so I went to Duke, so I kind of follow them, and
Okay.
they have an interesting team. I'm reading Coach K's biography, not an autobiography, but the guy wrote a book about Coach Krzyzewski, and so anyway, we got another call. Let's go to the phone. Back to the phone lines. Welcome to Sports Chat. Hello.
Hi, this is Alice.
Alice, how are you? Thanks for calling.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. First time caller?
Yeah.
Do you know these guests to our left?
Yeah, I play basketball with them.
All right, well, and now that you have them on the spot here, we're live TV. Do you have any questions you want to ask your teammates or your coach?
Yeah, why can't you play basketball in the jungle?
What'd you say?
Why can't you play basketball in the jungle?
Ladies?
Why?
Because there are too many cheetahs.
Cheetahs! Ah, get out of town. That's funny. Oh, man.
Oh,
Good one. You
Good
got
one,
any more, Alice?
yeah, give some more.
Actually, give me 1 second.
So Alice is a fellow sophomore
Okay.
who, early in the year, she was her and Izzy were the only ones that were kind of projected to play varsity. And she improved a lot from last year, and we expect her to be a big piece of the next couple of years. So we're excited for her.
You hear that, Alice?
Yeah, I do.
Try not to let it go to your head, okay? No, but keep working hard. That's the key.
I definitely will.
Yeah, like Coach says.
I have another question.
Fire away.
Where is the basketball player's favorite place to eat?
Your favorite place to eat?
Courtside?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Ah!
Oh, I do love
I like it.
Yeah, we do.
that. We actually do have a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. If we have a morning practice, I typically bring 2 dozen donuts.
Are they the munchkins that you could shoot? Isn't that what they're called, the munchkins?
They seem to like sprinkles.
Yeah.
Seems to be the popular donut for our basketball team.
Okay.
Now, I have to ask this question. Is there any superstitious, before games, on the bus ride, during the
mean,
season?
I think we have like a specific set of songs we listen to before the game, and like we have to listen to those songs. I feel like.
And when we're done warming up, we have to finish with obviously a made shot.
Yeah.
So
Well, how about with the player introductions? How do you come up with your personalized stylistic greetings? Who's the
Well-
choreographer for the group?
I mean, we all do our own, and we have like 10 minutes during practice. We had like 10 minutes during practice the one day before our first game, and like we all just lined up and like practice, like running out and doing our handshake.
Well, and doesn't the one person have to remember each of the
Yeah.
other teammates' routines? How do you determine who that person is? Somebody that's not a starter?
Yeah.
Is
Like-
that an honor to do that?
I mean, usually someone just kind of asks if they can, and like we wanted Ronnie to this year, but then like there were games when she started, and then like Izzy did one time.
it was bad.
Yeah, I did when I was injured, and like it just kind of it doesn't matter. Everyone just kind of like likes to do it.
It's like the the round table of who gets that honor.
Yeah.
Just don't mess it up. That's not my thing, right? So let's talk school. Favorite subject is sciences, Mecca?
Yeah, I like science and math, but like right now I'm like taking like AP Calc and physics, and it's kind of making me not like not like math and science that much, but
Organic chemistry, something to look forward to in college.
yeah, definitely.
So Izzy, how about you? Favorite subject matter?
Probably math, not science.
Well, the science, you need math for the sciences. Don't you? Like physics has a lot of math.
Yeah, a lot of math.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Hello, welcome to Sports Chat.
This might be our record.
Hello. Don't say that, no.
I mean, for the month.
I'm glad you clarified that. My opening line used to be, hello again, viewers, and I use the plural with confidence. But now we know people are watching. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, it's Emma and Elena.
You know these ladies?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, one's my daughter and the other's her teammate.
Oh, wonderful. You're watching your dad. He might need an agent after this appearance tonight. Thanks for calling. Do you have any questions for anyone on the panel?
Yeah, we want to ask if, hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, Emma.
We wanted to ask how many points total they had this season.
The team?
The team or the individuals here?
You mean the whole team? That is a trivia question.
We wanted to ask how many points they had this season.
I'll go with a lot.
Well, you have what, at least 20 games.
Yeah.
And the average-
Individually or like?
Individually, I think Izzy had just under 200, and Mako was pretty close behind that. So, I mean, she might be at 150 because she missed, how many games did you miss? 4 games?
I missed Littlestown and
Hanover and
and
Biglerville. Was
I
it
think it was just the 3.
just those 3? So you might be closer to 160, but yeah, as far as the whole team, I have no idea.
Well, we enjoyed your last game of the year. That's when Mecca was our player of the game. Hanover that day, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that was senior
And
night.
Riley Stigler, I think she set the county area record for most career threes. And you really held her in check. I mean, she kind of got had, did all right in the second half, but Coach, was that a focus? I mean, I guess you figure with that team, you're trying to make the other people beat you?
Yeah, so the first game we played against her, I think she had 30 on us, and we face guarded her, and we put 2 people on her, and it didn't seem to matter. I mean, we fouled her 3 times. She scored 8 points off of those. But, we also changed styles. That was close to the game where we changed styles. So we were sitting back, and we were being a little more patient. We actually didn't do anything to try to stop her. We just wanted to wear her out. We just wanted to speed it up. And we in the style that we're playing, we're trapping. Somebody has the ball, we're trapping it. So
she had to handle the ball a lot against your press, and
keeping half court, she was getting doubled and tripled because she would try to dribble out of it, and then there'd be a third. And so, she only had 7 points in the first half, and then it wasn't until the fourth quarter when we literally stopped doing what we were doing because we were beating them so badly that
she
we
was
just sat
drifting
back.
out to the logo. Yeah,
Let her
but-
shoot it. So, if we wanted to, we could have held her under 20. I mean, under 15 for sure.
Yeah, interesting. And now you're preserved for posterity because we have all our games. We post them online. Are those games already up?
Yep, they're on their
On demand?
website there, YouTube there, so
You can listen for my line about Ann Bear-esque. Don't want to put no pressure. Like I said at the time, no pressure. But yeah, that was a compliment. And she's doing very well at Colgate.
Yeah.
We had some ink on her earlier in the season. I haven't heard a lot lately. But since we're in New Oxford, Tommy Houck, remember him? Freshman and sophomore year, he played at New Oxford, basketball player, 6'6". And now he's at University of Florida, and they're top 3 of the nation, something like that. He's playing very well. He went to Perkiomen Prep his last 2 years, so it's always fun to follow people that continue playing sports after high school. So Izzy, I guess we won't ask you that question now, put any pressure on you, but I mean, it seems like you have basketball in your blood, so what do you love about the game?
I just like playing. It's just fun to be on the court, especially when you get on a run and your team's winning. So.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. Your get so hot, your hands of the tips of your fingers must be catching on fire when you came in, and that's why you were the player of the game. Did she have 14 or something?
I think 14 points there.
Yeah, and steals, and so that was exciting to see the eruption off the. And you didn't start that game, I don't think, did you? Did she?
No, it was senior night, so she came off the bench.
Yeah.
And we have a nickname for her.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mika, you want to explain what that's about, maybe?
Izzy Ice.
Izzy Ice, I like it.
Hers.
Okay, yeah.
Why do we call her Izzy Ice? It's a couple of reasons.
Wait. I think
So
you should
cool.
explain that.
Shall I explain it?
Yeah, you
You
explain
want
it.
to explain it?
It's because I walk in every practice freezing.
Part of it's because she's always freezing. But the other part is because she's got ice in her veins. And she's clutch. And she's a big-time shooter under pressure.
No, I know.
So we have that little double meaning there.
I like
It
it.
just kind of stuck with her.
Yeah. Remember George Gervin, the Iceman?
A little
Before your
bit.
time.
A little bit
Before
there,
your
yeah.
time. All right. Okay. I won't ask any more trivia questions.
The basketball reference, that's how I got
Yeah.
that there. But
So, what's the off season hold for? I guess Mika's played her last game for the Warriors. It looks like, but Izzy and the other players that are coming back, what do they do in the off season?
So we'll get our trainer in, so we'll do lifting, speed and agility. We have open gyms. And we have Unleashed Potential is a training company out of Carlisle. They're connected with USA Basketball. They actually travel around the world coaching and training Division I colleges, national teams. So we're able to get them to come to our gym. We get them in almost every week over the summer. We have them in, I think, 6 times over the next 2 months. So we try to get them as often as we can. And it's for my whole program from 1st through 12th. But we'll have that, and then come summer, we have Summer League, and then we're also going to be running some tournaments. And we're looking to go into a team camp if we can get enough kids available the same week.
The summer league. You travel to
We
Harrisburg.
go down to Maryland. We're
down
in
there
Maryland for
usually.
Summer League.
Yeah.
And we want to get some AAU tournaments because we you know, the more you can play, the better you get. And with us being young, with as many reps we can get, the better.
You just got to hold your breath when Izzy's playing hockey?
She's actually pretty good at hockey too. So, but she wants to play basketball in college. So that's kind of our focus here, and that's what we're shooting for. So,
Well, because I used to call games with Coach Dooley, who was a legendary basketball coach.
Yep.
And he would always be very concerned because a lot of his players played football as well, so he would always kind of hold his breath. And
yeah, that's a little more risky, I think.
yeah, but they got sticks. I mean, you could lose an eye, you know. Well, you wear. Is there anything protecting your eyes in hockey?
You don't have to anymore, but in middle school you had to wear goggles.
It's not a bad idea. I know you're not supposed to lift your sticks, but accidents happen. I mean, it's happened.
Yeah, I hit a girl in the head with a ball.
Yeah.
You have
don't
to wear a
want
mouth
that.
guard though, right?
Yeah, we do. And shin guards.
So what was your the favorite moment of the 2024-2025 season?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like all moments with the team are just like good. Like anytime we won, I guess, like that's always a good feeling. And like bus rides. Bus rides are always really fun.
Panera before
Win
the
or
game.
lose.
Win
I
or
mean-
lose.
Most of the times.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
And before every game, we get food together. So, like, it's just like nice that we have like a close.
The camaraderie.
Yeah.
Do you sing one set of songs for wins and the other for losses, or you get over the losses quickly as you can and through music?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Okay.
They're a tight group. I mean, for us having a gap, having no juniors, sometimes that can separate a team. And I would say, as a whole, everybody got along really well. They were able to come together, wins or losses. I mean, it can be ugly when you lose a lot of games or you get on a losing streak sometimes. Some teams can really fracture, and they never really did. They stayed together. And so, I mean, that's what you hope for as a coach. Like, I don't care if they get mad at me, but I want to keep. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's good if they can stay together and maybe and have a coach be a focal point. But no, they stayed together the whole season. It was
Sounds like a tight bond. Just from the freshman, the junior, the senior class. It's a tight bond. Everybody is for everybody.
it's the most support I've probably ever seen on one of my teams from top to bottom. Like, a lot of times you have the varsities kind of paying attention, or the JV when the varsity game's going is kind of paying attention. They were all into it, both games, and that carries over onto the bus, wins or losses. It's a fun way. It's a fun way to coach. It's a fun team to have when they can stick together like that.
So the bleachers, how often do both sides of the bleachers come all the way down? It seemed like a lot of the games we went to, it was just the one side.
there, yeah.
Just for tournaments.
Okay. Postseason.
We don't need it. I mean, I remember when Amber's senior year, I think it was a district game that they were hosting, and there was construction being done, so we only had the one side, and we fit it was tight, but
Yeah.
they fit it.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of people for a district game. So, like, there's no reason. And also, I don't like having parents or opposing team behind my bench that can peek over and see what we're doing or get involved or.
Yeah, right.
I prefer it that way, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I coached at the collegiate level, so nobody bothers me about playing time. I don't get calls from parents, but I'm sure that would be the last thing you want to deal with. And wise parents will say, yeah, let the coach work it out. And usually coaches make the right choices. You see people every day, you get an idea. And you're trying to win the game, so you're trying to put the best team out there on the court.
Sometimes it's distracting boys,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That can be a problem. Not for these girls, but,
yeah.
other teams I've had.
Well, I mean, there are all sorts of distractions. People, and that's a challenge. We talked about that last night when we met with Ray Gauker and Steve Heiser, and Coach Chris Haynes was was with us and talking about participation and how do you get more girls involved? I mean, it looked like your numbers were down a little bit this year with the JV at varsity combo. Maybe what altogether you had 15 or
We had 17.
Okay.
I mean, but it hurts when you're missing a whole class.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have any juniors. If we had, normal 4 or 5, now we're looking good. But
was that the team that won 2 games that year? Or was that?
I mean, we only had, I don't know what happened. When they came in as freshmen, I think they only had 3.
3 sophomores.
I think there's only 3 as freshmen, or at least there's only 3 sophomores.
Wait, last year?
Oh, yeah.
Last year we only had 3, but the year
Yeah.
before that, I don't know how many. I don't even remember how many we had. But it was just kind of every once in a while you have a weaker class, and you hate for that to happen. But our youth program's looking really good. I mean, we've got double digits at every grade level except for 2nd grade, but we got plenty of room, plenty of time to fill that up, so hopefully we won't have this problem. I mean, the vision is that we have 10 plus players
Yeah.
every team that we can play fast, press, and run, because you need those numbers.
Well, Micah, what have you learned from all this, the team sports you've played throughout high school? What are you taking to the next adventure for you?
Well, I guess just the importance of like having like close friendships and stuff. Like honestly, I feel like I'm like friends with everyone, and so on the court it like translates, and like you can see that we all like trust each other and can work with each other well. So
And care about each other.
yeah,
Is he?
That your team plays a big role in how you play, and so you can't do all of it by yourself. So
Yeah. So, I guess, Coach, like in an ideal world, you have what, 3 scorers, a rim protector. I mean, they're kind of stereotypical players you're looking for, but you don't always get them.
I don't know if it's that way anymore. I mean, the training that's out there is they're training everybody the same. It's a positionless game. That's where it's headed. That's where it is at the highest
Where
levels.
shooting the 3 is kind of part of that. In the NBA, you got to have 5 guys who can shoot the 3, and that's why the Celtics are the world champions. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, they can switch defensively any position. I mean, that's the goal.
Guards
I mean,
1 through 5. Yeah.
So I mean, look, we're going to be small. We don't have any tall put back to the basket type of post players coming up anytime soon. So pretty much everybody's going to be doing everything. I mean, we've got to be a unit, and we got to. Everybody's going to be attacking, and play. You have to play together, because otherwise, big teams will eat you up.
Well, looking forward to that 32 minutes of extreme discomfort. They call it something else when Nolan Richardson and his defense, 40 minutes of, am I allowed to say? I won't say it, but, so yeah, that's going to be your mantra?
Yep.
Press. I mean, DeLone's done it for years and they've been successful. You wear teams down, and how do you get them so fit to be able to do that? Are there a lot of suicides, or
Well,
are you allowed
honestly,
to call them that anymore? I mean,
actually, we're not, but we call them ladders now. But no, the style, we're even a step above DeLone. I mean, if you watch Tennessee play, similar to how they play, it's something called the system.
All right.
The closest college around here is Goucher down in Towson that plays that style. But you're talking about 1 minute and 2 minute substitutions. I mean, it's 5 in, it's 5 out, it's 4 in, it's
Grinnell
4 out.
College.
You know Grinnell, so it's Grinnell.
Yeah, and Muhlenberg did it.
Yes,
The women's
Redlands,
game.
and so like, you're not just pressing. Normally, pressing teams press on makes and on dead balls. Like, we press on a miss,
Yeah.
and so we were pressing 2 on the
So
ball.
looking at fast break as well on the offense.
Absolutely, we want to shoot the ball in 10 seconds or less, and so that's why the threes come into play a lot as well, because a lot of times that's your quickest shot. But the difference between what you see at Grinnell or Redlands is they have a shot clock, and we don't. And so, like, if you watch Tennessee or you watch any of these Division III programs, they can run and jump, and if the team clears out and they're able to bring that ball up, they can play man, and they still force them to shoot it. At the high school level, where we don't have a shot clock, we can't do that, because a smart coach can literally just clear out, bring the ball up, and they can just run their man offense. They can slow the game down. So we have to trap.
Yeah.
We have to have 2 on the ball. We're either giving them a shot,
Trying to create possessions.
and we're trying to create pace. And so they're going to shoot the ball quickly, and we're going to shoot the ball quickly. And with most, especially on the women's side, where there aren't generally full teams at the high school level, they're only playing 6 or 7 or 8 players. And that's a rotation. And so we can put
Yeah,
10 to
right.
12 in and out.
Yeah, Coach Dooley, he was legendary, playing 7 guys. If you're the 8th guy, you mop up time maybe. But
So-
I look forward to seeing how that evolves. Remember that guy from Grinnell scored, 140 points or some unbelievable amount?
Twice, he scored over 100 twice.
Did he really?
Yep.
Jack something?
Was it Jack Smith? I forget, yeah, it was Jack. Wow. Yeah, now that's a different style where they were like, this is the best shooter, we're gonna run him off of every screen and he gets to shoot the ball 80 times a game.
Yeah, and mostly
We're-
threes, right?
Yeah, it was mostly, we're gonna be a little more equal opportunity, but look, next year, we're gonna score 90 points, or the other team's gonna score 90 points. Like, it's gonna be, we had, the game that Maka had was player of the game, we shot the ball 86 times. And we weren't even going near as fast as what I expect to do next year.
Yeah.
So imagine that. It'll be fun.
Looking forward to seeing that.
I'm sure you'll wish him the best.
Yeah.
And you can follow him when we cover him on TV. Well, I think, does the high school have a stream too? They might have a live stream.
FHS.
I mean, I'll definitely come back for games.
Yeah,
So.
great. Well, thank you, everybody, for being with us. Anybody have a shout out or a parting thought you'd like to share?
Say hello to anybody that might be watching?
I don't know.
Your parents, your friends, your teammates?
Yeah. Hi.
No pressure, no pressure.
Apparently, my daughter is watching.
All right, good. That's like I said, viewers. We have lots of viewers. We're
So
in the plural.
Emma, I coach her. Both of them will be freshmen next year. They're going to come up and play with us. And
Nice,
I
nice.
think Emma's she's across the country. I think she's skiing somewhere, so I'm surprised she hopped on. But hope she's having
They were
fun.
together.
Yeah, it sounded like they were together.
It must be FaceTiming. I don't think she's back yet.
Well, thank you all for being with us. And Corey, thank you
Yeah.
for lining up our guests tonight. And trivia is 12 minutes away.
Yep.
All right.
You get it on your phones if you want. Play along.
Trivia time. Let's have some fun.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Sports Chat. Good night, everybody. Thanks to Sean in the booth. See you soon here on Sports Chat. Good night, everybody.
More perks like bonus content and sneak peeks. And at $25, you're in the executive producer tier with VIP access, shout outs, and even more ways to connect with us. Your support not only helps us create quality content, but it also gives you a direct line to engage with our team. Whether it's exclusive content, behind the scenes access, or just knowing you're making a difference, you're part of the Community Media family. So what are you waiting for? Join us today and be part of something bigger. Visit patreon.com/communitymedia and help us keep the stories going and continue to make South Central PA a safe, vibrant, and thriving community. Thank you.